Bridgewater, are you guys ready?
All right, I'm ready for the Bridgewater County Fair 2025. I just walked into Gate 3. I'm passing the big cannon where there's going to be a human cannonball. I'm also passing the motorcycle guy doing the Dome of Death or the Globe of Death. At the very end of the video, I'll give you some extra footage of that. There's also a big net for the trapeze artists. All right, walking past the leather belts. They got hats, cowboy hats, these big blankets. Here's the trading post. They sell fireplaces and wood stoves. Here's more fair stuff with cowboy hats. This is a scary place. They're advertising Scary Brook Park, the haunted walk. Passing the generator place. More fair stuff you could buy. Home improvement. Goat boy soaps with the little baby goats. There's Gate 2. Now we're coming up on the candy place. Anne Marie's Candies. It seems like it's at every fair. And sometimes the big one, sometimes the small one. This is the big one. They got fudge. Or you can just buy the candy by the pound. Their lights seem like they're on the different frequency as my frame rate. Now look at these prizes for the crazy ladder. Oh, they're so weak, and that ladder's impossible. And then here's the high striker with equally weak prizes, but at least you can win it. Here's the Sizzler classic ride. Here's the Cliffhanger, newish ride. And then there's the Avalanche in the distance. Oh, the Dizzy Dragons classic ride. There's the Swings, and then the big slide. Here's the Pit Stop, and I missed something behind us. And of course, here's the Ferris wheel. Now here's what I've been waiting for. This is why you should come, is the food. The food tents. They're all ran by the firemen or EMS members. And the first place we're going to look at is the taco and grinder place. The menu starts with sausage and pepper grinders, or a meatball grinder, or pastrami. You get a cheese pizza, gotta be a slice. Then the tacos, 1 taco or 2 tacos. Get fish, chicken, or beef. Choose your toppings. You can even get a churro. Next door, get ice cream in a cup. Get sprinkles, whipped cream. They got a brownie sundae, root beer float. Now, of course, the family favorites: hamburgers, cheeseburgers, hot dogs, corn dogs, clam strips, french fries, onion rings, chicken tenders. They got all the family favorites. End of the day, this line gets really long. I'd have to say that about all the food places. Get there early for sure if you want to get short lines for food. However, the roast beef place usually never has a line. Alright, now we're at the Home Arts tent. I'm looking at the Quilt Guild information. And now we're walking up on the winners of the fruit and vegetables. Awesome. And the older I get, I actually start appreciating these vegetables. Like, ooh, that's a good looking pepper. Here's the herbs. I like the fact that these were all just out on the table. I would say within reach. There's no reason to touch them. But it's just easy to see them right up close and personal. Now I'm going to read from the website. This is a nice fun fact about this fair. It says the Bridgewater Fair is the main source of income for the fire department. We are the last self-sustaining fire department in the state of Connecticut. We do not take tax revenue from the town of Bridgewater to support our operations. We own, maintain, and run our own apparatus, buildings, and property, including the fairgrounds. We thank you for supporting us in this huge endeavor. So again, it's kind of cool that all the food vendors are ran by them. It's not a lot of commercial vendors. I think there's a couple, but mostly it's them. It's nice. I'm looking at the flag contest. I think this flag was made out of a hose, a fire hose. And now we're coming up on the canning. These cans were labeled with all their different flavors. It's nice. Now there's some arrangements of pickle jars. There's the pickle pyramid over there. There's the farm fresh eggs. Some baking. A little crowded, so I decided to go back this way. Nice flowers. I like that blue one. Cacti. Alright, more of the American flag competition. That was made out of army men. This was just made out of sticks. And now we're at the sewing, the needlework. Some crochet. Neat. Eventually, I have to pan up. There's some gigantic quilts that are hanging up on both sides. Some cool pillows. Neat. Here's the huge quilts. Get my camera to stay in one place. So this tent is huge. I thought it was like, I was a bit disappointed in the beginning. I was like, oh no, there's just one place, but it's a pretty big place. Alright, the winners of the flower competition, a little busy, so I'll skip that for now. I'll see if I can look at the baking. Oh, look at these. Oh, I missed these flowers before. Coming close. Whoa. Awesome. Now, if you notice, I skipped a bit of the food. I'm going to come back to the other side. So the food we already saw was the taco place. I got the tacos before. I haven't been here since 2017, so it's been a while. So I could have tried them, but last time I tried the tacos, they were fine. I did see people getting the hamburger. It looked basic. Okay, here's some baking. I can get the chance to look at it. Cakes, cookies. Of course, all this icing is melting in the sun. It was definitely in the 90s that day. Breads, cool, cool. Alright, we're going to take a look at these collections. Always love the collections. I'm always looking for Legos. Here's a Technics collection. And here's some coin collections. Here's some Lego flowers. And then I see some more Legos over here. Looks like superhero Legos. And a big Lego farm set back there. Lego house. That was awesome. Not sure what these toys were. Shells. There's a Moana collection. Another American flag. And this kid had a lot of animals. The Scooby-Doo set. Here's fire trucks. Snakes! Oh my. And more Legos. Kind of some random sets here. Alright, awesome. And turn around for one more row of needlework. There's some gnomes. And this is Charlie and Their Brood. It's a long story. And we got purses. Like shawls. More needlework. We're going to come up on a camera collection. I think these are wreaths. Some baskets. Porcelain. These glass orbs. Cool New England houses. Canning. Some bee stuff. And now I get my chance to see the winners, but at a very bad angle, looking at the flowers. Cool. Alright, then I'm going to turn around to get one final look at the big quilts hanging up. Now after the quilts, I'm going to go into another building that has art. It's a really nice air-conditioned space. It's strange though, you have to enter past the restrooms. It just felt a little strange. It reminded me of the phrase exit through the gift shop, but in this case it's enter through the bathroom. And right when I get into this building, we're going to see some fair books. Alright, now let's mosey on over. Here's the EMS volunteers. Yep, so I look at the fair books first. Really old from the 50s. The 80s. Now we're in the 2000s. Alright, let's make our way in and look at the art. It's kind of neat. A lot of paintings. Seems like there was more paintings than photos, which is fine. It was kind of cool. I think I've decided on a different strategy in the future to look at these things. It's a little chaotic going back and forth to different photos. So I think Bridgewater has the best fair food. I think it's got kind of a homemade feel, since all the food vendors are supposedly volunteers from the EMS and the fire department. Looking back at my old footage, they really haven't raised their prices much, so it's a pretty good deal. Everything is freshly made. Now that does contribute to the wait times. Unfortunately, the lines get a bit long. Again, I rant about the lines all the time. One of the lines that just really moves fast is the roast beef sandwich line. It's just a bun, roast beef on the plate, get out of the way. After the art building, I'm gonna walk around and I'll get the barbecue brisket, and that wait wasn't that long. And then eventually I'll get the chicken and waffles, and once again that wait wasn't very long, but I went there pretty early. Now throughout the day, there was a lemonade stand, which I was just shocked about that line. That line just gets longer and longer and longer. Such a long line. I walked past a booth from a church who offered a cup of lemonade for $3. And it was literally, I think, a cup. Like, if you measure out a cup, that is a very small amount. I paid $3 for a cup of lemonade. I took one drink and it was gone. But there was no line, so I guess I got what I paid for. Over to the right, you're going to see the beer garden. There's even plants, so I guess it's a garden. You have to have a ticket. On the complete opposite side of the beer garden, you can get in the line of tickets. I was surprised, though, you do not have to stay in the beer garden to drink your beer. They've got literally a counter that says grab and go. And there was multiple people walking around enjoying the day. Alright, now we're going to walk up on the band playing. The singer is Reva Jean. Looked up her website. She's a local from Bridgewater, Connecticut. Cool. Now here's what I've been waiting for, is the barbecue tent. You can get pulled pork or brisket. Had to get the brisket. You can get one side or two sides. I got two sides. I got the mac and cheese and the baked beans. The baked beans had pulled pork in them. It was really, really good. I highly recommend going to this place. How could you not? I missed out on the coleslaw and the fried pickles as a side, but the mac and cheese was fine. That brisket was just melt in your mouth. So good. You missed out. Alright, next door is Simply Cannoli. Now, I'm not sure if this is ran by EMS or firefighters, but Simply Cannoli, they got cannolis. They got ricotta cream, caramel, apple, coconut, lemon, raspberry, peanut butter, apple walnut ricotta, almond joy or mounds, chocolate peanut butter. Interesting, and it said 3 points for Weight Watchers. That doesn't seem like very many points. I don't know how the Weight Watchers scale, though. What's the calories? Give me the calorie count. Alright, now we're passing some vendors. Looks like I missed some olive oil. And it's the beef jerky place. They got the cool beef jerky. Heidi Joe's. And I'm not usually too into the vendors. Now, one of these vendors is selling minifigures, and it literally said, not Lego brand. I've never seen any vendor say that before, and it blew my mind. Because I see these these minifigure vendors at most fairs, and I always assumed they were real Legos. Never, ever thought that they were actually knockoffs. Now I don't trust any of them. Oh, I'm so disappointed. But thanks to that vendor for opening my eyes. All right, here's the axe throwing place. Now this says Jet Shakes. I don't know what a Jet Shake is. I think it was just a regular milkshake, but it said Jet Shake. There's the raffle. Most fairs are doing these raffles. $20 tickets, sometimes they're $25 tickets. Oh, here's the roast beef place. Now that roast beef sandwich was huge, and it was almost instantly arrived. I ordered it, instantly given to me. I loved it. Had to give you a big picture of it. I will admit it was a little dry. Little commentary there. I could have used some barbecue sauce. I didn't see any available. It was fine anyway. Alright, next is the barbecue chicken. You can also get a baked potato, corn on the cob, watermelon. I now regret not getting this because a lot of fairs upcoming are going to have the barbecue chicken like this, getting a half chicken on the barbecue coals. I consider it a little dry, so I should try them all, see who's best. Coming up next, fried dough place, fried Oreos. I instead got the chicken and waffles. It says with Mike's hot honey. I didn't really taste the hot honey. I didn't use the syrup. The waffles were fantastic. The chicken strips were fantastic. I should have waited like 5 minutes. It was way too hot. Now look at this line. Oh, I missed the line. It's a huge line for lemonade. Only $5. Get various flavors. It must be fantastic because people are waiting a long time. Alright, I'm rushing by all these rides. The tiny teacups. These were kind of frightening little things you could ride, animals and cars. There's the castle, kind of obstacle course with a slide. And now we're walking up to the engines. Always got to stop by, stare at the engines for a bit. All right, now I'll just move along to the other side. We'll look at the smaller engines. Okay, can't stand around looking at engines all day. On the left, you'll see an arena for some events that I've missed. We're going to go into the cow barn. Well, the animal barn. There's more than just cows. See some sheep over there. There's the cows hanging out. Some goats. What do you guys want? And, alright. And some more cows. Wasn't too bad. Nice open air. And before I turn around and go to the other side, I said, wait, I missed the tractors. So let's go up the hill where it seems like no one's going. I'll get my own private showing of these old tractors. Various brands. When I come around the back side, I notice that some of these tractors have really big weights on the back. Looked it up just to give it more traction sometimes. Let's see if I go real close to one of them. I start noticing these weights on the back. Yeah, everybody's got these big weights. It's kind of cool. Alright. Let's go back down the hill. And I'll go through the other side of the cow barn. There's another arena over there. I think I saw the skillet toss there once a few years back. Nice hand cleaning station on both sides, actually. All right, hello, cows. Okay, small little cow there. All right, now we're out of the cow barn. I missed the kinetic sand castle over there. Big seating area. I don't think I noticed that when I was there. There's a lot of big seating areas, actually. Usually they're all full, so that's nice. There's kind of a secret one back there. There's the stuff you can buy. Oh, now we got the cotton candy. Get the cotton candy bag, candy apple, caramel apple, popcorn. Or get the frosted sweet popcorn. They got snow cones. I looked it up. There's a reason there's a K in it. The reason it says snow cones with a K, it's a brand. It's a brand name. Right, here's some games. I always look to see the prizes. I was looking for maybe some licensed prizes. I don't know, Disney characters, some animated character I'm familiar with. Couldn't really see anything cool. I think that was the Bridgewater gift shop, but it was closed. Now here's the St. Mark's Church. They had some cool stuff. Get like a peach cobbler, brownies, bread, cookies. This is where I got the lemonade for $3. It was good lemonade. It just, I needed like 3 of them. Some various stuff you usually get at the fair. I'm not sure what to call it. Living Country inspired t-shirts. This is a hot sauce place. More fair stuff. Just checking out the last vendors. Henna tattoos. Hot Wheels cars. Skateboards. And more Lego minifigures. Now I think this is the end. And I'm just going to leave you with some other fair footage where I saw when I came in. There's always the jumping dogs. Let's take a look at this dog making a jump. Hey! And now we got this motorcycle man. He's going to go into his globe or sphere of death. Going around in a circle a few times. Pretty cool. So you've seen the motorcycle man and the dog jumping, but we missed the human cannonball, we missed the hay bale toss, skillet tossing competition. All that entertainment's included with the ticket price. It's a great deal. Great food. I left very full. And so after this motorcycle man, I'm going to zoom up, and there's a drone, I guess you'd call it a drone, that's tethered. And it was up there all day. I think it was maybe a surveillance drone. It had 6 helicopter blades. I wouldn't call it a quadcopter. I guess it's a sextuple copter. Let's zoom into this thing. It was up there all day. I'm always interested in these drones, so apologize for this crazy footage. But we are ending on this scene. It's always looking out for you. Look out for me. I'm coming up with a new video very soon of the next fair that I've been to. Hope you had fun watching this one.